Good morning, Honorable Chair, distinguished guests, and worthy participants. Let me begin by thanking the organizers, Hoopo Foundation, Mr. Naseer Qureshi, and Agricultural University Jamshoro. Honorable Chair and participants, it's a great honor for me to have been invited to deliver a keynote address for your workshop. I will take a few moments to share with you my own experience and understanding of the initiative taken by the University of Jamshoro and Hoopo Foundation. I think the most important thing is that we have to take notice of this thing that we are living in a very exciting moment in history. It is exciting because our time faces so many challenges that humankind has never faced before. The wide range of challenges and problems and their high impact on the global community. This time is very exciting because every problem brings with it the opportunity to do something about that problem. That is why it becomes exciting. And while we have a wide range of problems, there are three most important problems which are faced by the global community. And these problems are climate change and extensive poverty spread over the entire globe and unstable global order. The global order which is going through the moments of fracture and rupture. But these challenges create opportunities for us. And how do we use those opportunities? How do we create those opportunities? And how do we make change? That will put a mark on our work. And that is very important. And in that context, the work which has been started in Mirabpur Union Council to prepare local communities for climate change is very important. First thing, when we look at the contemporary global issues is that we have come to realize that everything is connected to everything else. A farming family living in Mirabpur Union Council is connected with whatever is happening in the rest of the world. And it will have its impact on the global community. That is one thing to understand. And because everything is connected with everything else, we see that in holding this workshop also. The second thing which global knowledge community is realizing across the campuses the world over is that traditional knowledge, classroom knowledge is not enough. Our new youth needs to be equipped with new skills which go with that knowledge to bring about change, to use the opportunity to transform our local communities and our global community. So the most important point in this respect is looking at the opportunity. There are various actors who try to use these opportunities to transform. And there are three major actors. One is the government or politicians. Other is the business class. And third is the people in civil society who work closely with the communities and philanthropists to bring about change depending on the sources provided outside the government and business sector. And that is very, very important all over the globe. Civil society is playing a very powerful role all over the world in bringing about changes in contemporary society. So when we look at the problem, there are three different ways. If we see the problem of climate change or poverty or instability, we can look at it as an opportunity to complain, to blame others, to put the responsibility on the shoulders of others. The other opportunity is we can look at it as an opportunity to make business, to accumulate profit, and in some cases to take advantage of the vulnerability of other people. And third way of looking at the problem is to see it as a way of solving the problem, helping the communities, helping low-income communities, helping the vulnerable, but also generating profits or benefits for the doers. So in that case, it becomes what is called a social enterprise. So what I see happening here is kind of establishing a social enterprise where academia and civil society have joined hands, and then they will seek other partners to assist them. So the way of civil society is forging partnership with others. And how does that happen? And why we need that? We need it because any problem that we are trying to solve has to consist of three elements. It needs to have a technical model, a financial model, and a social model. Technical model should be such that it should enable the people who are trying to implement those solutions do it easily. So technical model implies that we should come with a technical solution. We should also come with a set of skills which need to be taught to the people who will be implementing those solutions. And we should look at different alternatives and see which one is the most affordable and low cost solution. So technical model is one. Social model is other. That who do we bring together? Academics, community members, youth, resource providers, could be philanthropists, could be politicians, could be the people in government, and technical experts. So there are three types of partners: people, professionals, and providers. And we also, when we are working on that, as I mentioned, technical model has to align with the capacity of the local people and affordability of their solution, so they can afford to implement that solution. And financial solution should be such that the revenue stream that it generates should be greater than the expense streams that it creates, so that it becomes beneficial for those people who are implementing the solution and those groups who are supporting the solution. But success of technical and financial model depends on the social model, which brings all the partners together. My teacher and mentor, Hamid Khan, used to say, there's one secret of the social model, how you can be successful in bringing the partners together. And he used to say in Urdu that समाजी काम में मूंछें नीची रखनी पड़ती. In English, if we translate it to one single word, humility. that without humility, we cannot create that cohesion. It brings various partners together. And in simple terms, humility means the willingness to learn from the other. When we work together, all of us come with different experiences, different perceptions, different levels of understanding. And until and unless we clearly identify the role of these three partners, we don't understand our need to learn from the other. If we know that all of us, three major partners, have to play three different roles, then we realize that all of us come with different components of knowledge. So, by being humble and being ready to learn from others, we create what is called trust. In Pakistani society, in particular, in global society in general, the major ingredient which is missing in the way of social transformation is trust. Pakistani society has all the resources, natural resources, financial resources, human resources. What we are seriously lacking is one resource which is called trust, and that comes with humility. The reason civil society has been able to play a very important role in Pakistan is because it has been led by the people who were extremely humble. And because of that, Pakistan has done trailblazing work in many areas of which people, even in academia, many of them are not aware. There are 14 Pakistanis who received Ramon Magsaysay Award. The Ramon Magsaysay Award is given by the president of Philippines in memory of one of their presidents, and it is considered Nobel Prize of Asia. So it's a great honor for us. And in some areas, we have done some such remarkable work that our community leaders, civil society leaders, even have been invited by India to teach them how to do this. And that is not known to many of us. Jamil Yusuf from Citizen Police Liaison Committee is one of those people, and Shoaib Sultan Khan from our Hunger Support Program is another one. But there are many others also who have been leading the way. So when we talk of these partners, in specific, now I need to talk about how people, professionals, and politicians play a role without clearly understanding the difference in their role. We cannot lay the foundation for building trust between them. I think people need to identify their priorities. We need to ask them whether they think that mitigation of climate change would be of interest to them. So they are the ones who need to tell us whether it is their priority or not. And secondly, what is the barrier in their work? Is it skill? Is it a technical design? Is it resources? Or all of them? And then, even if many of them agree with you, you will always find difference of opinion among the people. And those of us who don't understand this as a professional, they're discouraged and disheartened by knowing this, that there is a sort of anarchy or disagreement among the communities. And the solution which we have learned from the experience in Pakistan and South Asia is that you identify the early adopters. Early adopters implement the things which others are hesitant to adopt. Either they see risk of this or they don't trust the outsiders. But once that experiment is successful, nobody wants to stay behind. So that way we build trust, we bring partners together, and we create the situation for others to see the benefits and make a choice if they want to follow it. Technical experts or professionals, whether they are from the government side or from private sector or academia, their job is to keeping in view the local resource base, local skill base, and knowledge base, come up with feasibilities, alternative ways of doing things. Now you can have high cost and high impact technical designs, high cost and low impact technical design, low cost and high impact technical design, and low cost or low impact technical design. So the best alternative is to come with low cost, high impact design. So technical experts need to learn between various options and draw the feasibilities and then take it to the people. And resource providers, whether they're philanthropists or politicians or donors, they have to come up with the resources. But the most important thing is that these resources should be provided to the community as an investment, not as a subsidy. Because you cannot continue providing subsidy forever. And increasing vegetation or planting trees to mitigate climate change because these trees work as carbon sinks, and selling them in the international market is one of those very powerful financial models which will engage communities and generate benefits which they can sell in the international market, and they can receive returns which are higher than the expenses incurred. And that way it becomes financially sustainable, environmentally sustainable, and technically sustainable. So doing that kind of work, and I think the other most important thing that Hoopo and Agriculture University Jamshoro has done, that they have picked one area instead of doing it all over Pakistan. Because if you do it well, as Ernesto Siroli and other giant like Akhtar Khan said, that be worthy of invitation. Don't take your invitation everywhere. Do your job so well that people start inviting you. And Akhtar Khan also used to say, start small, start from your lane, from your household, your neighborhood. It reduces your overhead costs. It gives you the opportunity to test your model. And if there are any mistakes, correct them on a very small scale so that your reputation is not affected. And then you show your success, perfect your model. Then it will invite people who want to follow this. But in the end, the test of the model is, I would finish with that line from Khaja Ghulam Farid, Je Ishad Farid Qabool Kare, Sarkar vi tu, Sultan vi tu, na ta kam tar kehtar, eh kar adna, la shay la imkan vi tu. If the communities where we are going to work, they accept our model, they accept whatever we present to them, they find it of interest to them, that is our success. And I wish you success in your endeavor and its expansion. Thank you so much.